Hey everybody, it's GleeCon and I'm back again, bringing you another episode of Lore of Warcraft. So we're going to do the Shadowfang keep run that I talked about yesterday. Unfortunately for us, just like on the last one, just can't get anybody to run this dungeon. So I tried for about an hour. I got 2 warlocks because warlocks and paladins, have quests in here. And it was so long that one of the warlocks went offline and AFK'd and logged out, and the other one is still here. And then somebody offered to carry, so just taking the carry, and it's been a pretty nice person as they've walked over here. I've talked to him a little bit about the show, so if you end up checking it out. Hey, you're famous to one small group of people now. So, I don't even know, we're just kind of going through the motions with this one. There's no quests that we need to complete, we're just doing it for the sake of doing it. And, they jumped off. Okay. Alright, so I'll let Satanica stay in the, thing. That's the other warlock that's AFK, but so in case they pop back on, they can hop in. But it's all good. Not really worried. So yeah, we're just gonna run through really just for the sake of going all the way to the end as an Alliance character. I don't really expect any revelations here. We did a pretty thorough run on Horde. Like I said, there's no quests. We already know the mobs. We've been in here and done about half the dungeon. Just in getting our hammer. But hey, without further ado, here we go. This is another episode of Lore of Warcraft, so stay a while and listen. Hopefully it's a little fun. That dude just like disappeared. Oh, he reappeared. Okay. So I don't know what kind of aura he's dropping. He has Retribution aura on. Maybe that's what he wants. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it on too. I don't think they can overlap though. So he's just pulling the whole squad. So again, you remember we talked it through last time. It starts off where you go through a kennel. This dude's just using Consecrate, pulling the whole squad. I don't even have Consecrate, so that's why he's just pulling the giant pack. I mean, he looks pretty geared. So if you're a full-on geared, and he's just running right into the first boss. So, first boss again is Rethelgor. He's like the warden, and he's just opening up all of it. Now he's opening up extra ones too. He's just gonna kill, kill, kill. Did not open up the wizard, the Horde character, whatever that Forsaken is. He pulled the rest of the room. At some point, I imagine he might try to kill them. There you go. I'm just gonna let Homeboy do his thing. So, interesting. I don't even want to help. I want to kind of see how it goes. I have just a spell to get this door open. Too bad the cell doors were weren't locked so haphazardly. And before that, he said, "Follow me, and I'll open that courtyard door for you." I mean, I suppose I could set free for all, but then I've got 2 people here too. So I don't even know what he's doing if he's just letting his rat aura take them down. They can't even damage him. He took like no damage from that, and his life is pretty good. I don't think I got anything from Rethelgor. But that was the first chunk of the dungeon. So he said massive pull here. I would wait in the courtyard for a bit till I hit the kitchen. Okay, so he's gonna go pull everything, I guess. He's gonna probably pull the whole courtyard. Again, this is where the Horde would turn their quest in. There's a chest over there, but it's large, battered. Trash. So we're just gonna wait in the courtyard, like he said, until he hits the kitchen. These guys have, when they put that on, I don't know, they're either fully immune or they're immune to magic. It's some kind of immunity thing. He's pulling the horses for us, because... no, he didn't. He didn't pull the horses. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna pull the horse.
It's too far away.
Okay. I'll pull these bad boys. Okay. I'm gonna bubble up and heal. And try my best, because he didn't pull these horses. So this kind of gives us something to do. Which is cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull this second horse. He's got both of them going on, but that's fine. He can pull one. I'll sit here with the other. Look at this giant massive bull. Okay, so he's got them all. I'll go after this guy. Okay. We don't get to loot any of them, somehow. Okay, so this is a 16. It's not a DPS. I don't need that thing. He goes, okay, I think these guys dropped my quest item. I didn't get... I've not... Supposedly these horses can drop a saddlebag thing. And, I've not seen it. I've not seen it drop. I believe it, I just haven't seen it. And also... Oh, maybe we should get... her out, because I wonder if that's why the loot's so low. It seems like I'm not getting 1/3 of the loot. So I removed her, and then maybe at least for the rest of the go. Because maybe they were tagging some of the loot for her, but I don't think that's how it works if you're offline. I don't know. Alright, so I got a couple pieces of XP. That's the first XP we've got. Alright, so he's ran his way into the kitchen. He's here. And look, the log is filling up with XP. Look at this. It's only 30 and 80 XP at a time. So the second boss we missed in here, luckily on the last carry, we actually got to see that. Ooh, we got it full 226, so he must have killed Baron Silverlane or whatever that was. Right there. I don't know where he's going. Which side he took. Typically you go to the other side. This is also where I think there's another dude. He's just pulling the whole stinking dungeon. He went the wrong way or we went the wrong way? He just said wrong way. I thought so, but I was just checking. See where he went. Oh, I see. He knew there was a pack coming. He must clear this dungeon on carry style a lot. Either for fun or... I don't know. I mean, I don't know where he put all the mobs at. That'd be nice to know that piece. I have no idea where they are for looting purposes. Here they brought him up to the courtyard. Okay, mail bracers, 79 with 8 attack power. Nah, it's not as good as what we have. Boots, trash. Bloody apron, we got that on the other character too. Look at that dog that just came up. Okay, we got some gray. Remember, those will sell for around 10-ish silver. 19, that's kind of cool. Not as good as mine, but it's pretty neat. Okay, we're getting plenty of wool. If nothing else, that'll help for the donation. Well, we got a chunk of wool, I guess, right there. He's just waiting for us to loot while he chills. I guess, okay, I got the Black Malice. I don't think I've ever even seen that drop before. Right, so that's good. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, it's a one-handed mace. What do you get? Oh, the fragment for his quest. Which, it's an auto drop, really. Alright, so we're really not experiencing the dungeon this time. Like, we're not even around here. There's Odo the Blind Watcher. So if you want to see a carry where I could actually talk a little bit about it, the last carry I went on was a lot more... I don't know how you could put it. It's just more chill. This is... I mean, this guy, Amak, is cool. I appreciate him taking the time out. Look, there's a nice healer staff. Odo's lay staff, and so we get to see it one time, but really it's just especially in an off-peak hours as Alliance, it's very hard to get a group for this dungeon, and I'm not even in a guild. This is where I have my own guild. Oh look, here's the Deathsworn Captain Rare Elite. That's cool. And, you know, we get a little bit of XP. But that's good. This is 2 dungeons in a row where we've had the Rare Elite. He's just eating up his food. But we're already almost done. So this episode will be a little bit short. What I'll end up doing is we will use this time to... this extra time we're going to have to pick up and get ready for Stone Talon as an Alliance. Because, you know... Oh, this is the room where you can get bad pulls. But I'm not really worried about it. Dude is just savage. He's handling the entire thing. So there is one guy up there waiting on us. That's why he didn't... I don't think it mattered if we held back, because he's already going to pull the whole freaking room. I don't know what kind of... I wonder... We gotta inspect him and see what's his gear like. So it's all purple, vest and slot, like... for the most part. Maybe he's got 1 or 2 pieces. Yeah, as he gets struck, he has a chance of stealing life. Ridiculous. So he is like a paladin tank, basically. And that's just what he's letting... Hunting Blade is a 2-handed sword, but with all spirit. That's weird. Who wants that crap? All spirit, 2-handed sword. A healer that uses a 2-handed sword, I guess, as a pally healer, you could maybe make that work. Here's somebody howling. This other Fenris or whatever, probably. So the Warlock did the quest. Yeah, Fenris. And that's all we, that's all she wrote there. Now, Fenris Hide is a 24-2. That's actually, that one, we'll need that. Because it's an upgrade for us. That little extra 2 points of agility, I can't do it in the middle of the dungeon. Aragol's Void Walkers. So we will equip that. And now we have the little Fenris Hide cloak on. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, nothing is really important about this dungeon. A one-handed mace. What are these things? Just magic effects? Oh, they're curses, so I could purify nothing to dispel. I thought paladins had to remove curse too. I guess not. Or maybe it comes later. I got all kinds of skills. Here's another boss that we just missed right there. Pretty sure. Or else, no, he's at the top actually. Got you. Well, we are getting a little bit of XP. I don't know how much altogether. Few thousand. Should have clocked that. But somebody just got buffed, or he just used a trinket or something for fun. Kinda cool. Switch over to this and just make it work. Why not? 10 attack power. Male. 80. Okay, that one I'll take. That's a slight upgrade over my other one. That 10 attack power is a little bit better than the 4 agility 2 stand. It's literally the same thing.
You too shall serve.
The Wolfmaster Cape is literally the same stats as the Fenris. It's identical. Alright, so here we're at Aragol proper. So we had very minor upgrades to bracers and cape. I'll take it. Pulling us out of line of sight of Aragol, I guess, because Aragol can mind control, and that would wipe us. If they mind controlled him,
Release your rage.
wants us to release the rage. I'm gonna stay ideally out of line of sight. Archmage Aragol looks like he's in the werewolf form? No. I didn't even, I guess, yeah, maybe I just saw the word Aragol. Ooh, we got a large red sack. Heck yeah. That's a 10 slot bag. I don't know why I can't look at my other slots, maybe because we're still in combat.
Your rage.
4, 3, 2. Oh, he's immune to stun. There we go. Teleported away. Is he gonna reset? There you go. Ah. I see. Robes of Aragol. Don't need those. Alright, so we're good on this. I don't think I need any help getting out of here. Let's look at this sack. So, yeah, we got these 8 slot bags. The stinking woolen bag. Let's just slot that around. Okay. So that's pretty good. We are all good. There's nothing else that we really need from here. So now what I want to do is we're just going to pick up whatever we need to do to get to Stone Tower. So sure, we can look at the... We're going to need to eventually go to Darnassus, but we'll start by looking at Stormwind. And so there's a retrieval from Morin, which I'm pretty sure retrieval from Morin is, so we do have to start there. So, retrieval from Morin, let's take a look at it. But I'm pretty sure that one is a stone-telling quest. So even though we're not going to start these today, we're going to start Stone-telling Mountains tomorrow. Yeah, it says the crystallized scales, if you look at where they drop, yeah, they're all in Stone-telling Mountains from the basilisks and Stone-telling. Okay. So... Alright, so, let's pick that quest up first and peek if there's anything else. There is a Noble Brew, which that is one that's a wetland / duskwood, so we don't need that. I don't think we have enough wool, not yet, to start worrying about completion on a wool thing. We can still get some work out of wool anyway on these bandages. So we'll still put our wool to use for a little while longer before we start donating it. End game, if we really have to, we'll at level 60, we'll go run back and farm some places for wool, and we could probably do it quite quickly. So I won't be too worried about that. Yeah, while we're here, I guess, while we're standing right at the bank, let's stick this woolen bag in there. Well, we also have the mail. I bet you our auction did not sell. Yeah. So the deviate was gone, but we did get almost 1 gold, 96 silver from the perfect deviate scale. So that one sold. That made it all worthwhile. I'm just going to vendor the other deviate scales. I'm not going to try to sell them.
No one's ever stolen anything out of here. Not in the whole history of... the whole history.
Okay. This is... we can put another 8-slot bag in there. We can look at blacksmithing, but I don't have a ton right now. We're not really in a situation for that, so we're good.
Be careful.
Cooking. Yeah, we're good on that too. None of these meats really matter. I don't... where are they at? He's still in there. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and leave the party too. Alright, so the Color of Blood is a stock quest. That's Nomer. Basil Thread is the Stockades quest line. Tickmaster, that's Nomer. Speaking of Fortitude. That's the Refban Ore, which that's Redbridge Mountain, so that's the next one. Do that in our next zone, called the Uprising. So the only one we have to pick up here is a retrieval from Morin. So we're going to pick that quest up. Yeah, we don't have to do any kind of maintenance or job working on. We are 27, and we gained a little bit. I mean, we're at 12k. You can look at total XP you gained in this session. I believe there's a way to look at that somewhere. I can't remember. I did it. I feel like I just did it on the last episode. There is a way to check that out. I just don't remember how. Alright, so this is a 26 quest. This is actually one of the higher quests that we'll get for Stone Talon. And then we have a choice. We're going to look at what it takes to get to there's the guy right there. So let's just read it.
Travelers keep asking me about the Stone Talon Mountains.
Yeah,
it
they
seems
do.
to be a popular place for adventure. It doesn't matter if you're seeking wyvern, elementals, or you have business with the venture company within the Charred Vale. Deep in Stone Talon, there used to be a species of basilisks whose scales, when ground to dust, made a wonderful reagent for some spells I've created. If those basilisks still live, I would love to have a few of their scales. Take your time. It is no rush, but I can pay well.
Alright, so we'll call this level like, this episode, I mean, like a Stone Talon. We'll call it Shadowfang Keep and Stone Talon Setup. So go to the database here, and we're going to create 2 things. I guess let's wait. I'll wait for the creation until we have a moment of downtime. So first, let's look and see, do we have to go to Ironforge to continue to flesh out whatever we're working on? So in Ironforge proper, no. That's Black Fathom Deeps. That's all Nomergon stuff. So nothing in Ironforge. And then we are going to have to go to Darnassus pretty much anyway. But while we're looking there, dungeon. So nothing from straight up Darnassus. But I actually think there are some quests. Yeah, there are some quests in Astronar. So we've got to make our way over to Astronar. So we can either fly down to Booty Bay, then come to Ratchet, then fly back up there. Or we can fly over to Menethil and then take the boat to Darnassus and fly down there. I think that might be a pinch shorter. I'm not going to take the tram. We'll just start the flight. It's not going to save that much time since we're to fly through. But we actually want to pick up our stuff from Ashendale to get that kind of journey started. And we'll set up the spreadsheet and all the pickups this time, but this is a no quest run episode. I do appreciate you guys turning in. I don't know what you gain from it to see a carry happen like that. Those carries will happen I would imagine less and less as time goes on. It's just that Shadowfang Keep is a tough one to get a group for. It's so, you know, it's annoying to run. There's very few quests for it. On the Horde side, unless you're Forsaken, it's a bit of a pain. And so 3 out of the 4 races don't care that much. Class-wise, it's for Warlocks and for Paladins, it's important. But other than that, it's... yeah. And they don't even need to run the whole dungeon for
Where is it ye would like to go, lass?
We're going to go all the way up to
coin,
Menethil.
my griffins can get ye there faster than even the swiftest horse.
And then, yeah, for Alliance, there's no quest period. So it's a little bit... It's a tougher dungeon to get a group for. Now, our next dungeon, I believe, if you look at the actual dungeon list, is Black Fathom Deeps, and so that's going to be all the way not until we run Ashenvale. So we have Stone Talent, Redridge, and Duskwood all before we hit up Ashenvale. So we have 3 dungeonless zones to do. They're all cool. Stone Talent is meh to me. Redridge is okay. It's got some hard stuff. And then Duskwood is also decent. But what's going to happen here is this is where our alliance is really going to start to pull ahead, because we have equal work in Stone Talent, and then Redridge and Duskwood are alliance-only zones. So, and then what do you get after that? You get Ashenvale, which is a split zone. Then you get Wetlands, again alliance-only. Now Hillsbrad Foothills is essentially a Horde zone. There's a lot. That's where the catch-up will start to happen. There are a pinch of quests that are alliance, but it's really very small. And then after that, it will be Thousand Needles, which again, that catch-up will continue, because about half, if not more than half, of the quests in the zone are Horde only. And then Deathless is where I'm at right now, so I can't speak to that as much, but that will be, as far as so far, it seems to me, I'm about half-ish way through the zone, and it's a pretty split zone so far. Arathi Alterac Mountains is, it's pretty split. Maybe there's a pinch more Horde, but really it's kind of a weird one. And then Arathi Highlands, I don't know, I would imagine it's split. I would imagine going forward there's a lot of split. Swamp of Sorrows, I think that's more Horde, but yeah, I mean, there's just, it's tough to say. So anyway, let's set the spreadsheet up as we fly here. So, what we need, Stone Talon Mountains is technically a 2-person, but when I do, I mean, we want to insert the rows. I gotta do it like this, maybe. Oh, we want to insert columns. 3 columns to the right, and then we do it again. Because I'm going to set up 2 rows. When we do this, we're going to do this like we did the Barons, where we have 2 different versions. It's different from when I do the quests in order. When I do the quests in order, I'll for instance here, Stone Talon, I'll just run everything. Not the longest zone compared to some of the others that we've done. Even splitting it into 2, it'll be less than what we did. It'll be half as long as the Barons was, less than half as long, even but spread out between the 2 characters. So it'll be much easier. We'll have maybe 4. It'll take us barely more than a week to get through it. So, but like I'll label it as neutral, even though it's kind of a little of this, little of that. All right, so we're going to pick up this. Oh man. Actually, I like to kind of do it like this. Okay. Alright, because we're going to run it with Horde first. In my opinion, it is easier to run with Horde. And then the first one is not going to be called Book of Ur, and we're not even going to work on it today. But we're also going to pick up this side here. But again, it's not Shadowfang Keep. It is. Let's see if we landed yet. I don't want us to waste any time. So this is going to be Stone Talon Mountains on this side. And same thing, this is going to be our alliance run on this side. Although we do need probably... Oops. Let's make sure that I didn't screw that up. Alright, so it's not called For Love Eternal. So, oh, whatever, I don't need to do that actually. What I want to do is pull this down too. And what we'll do is, yeah, we'll start working on the little ones we pick up. We haven't picked up anything. I think we actually did pick up something for the Horde. Not a lot, but there's one quest we picked up. So if we go over to Stone Talon on the actual charts, on the last episode, we did pick up one quest. I believe it's called Spirits of Stone Talon. It's the only quest we picked up as a Horde. We did the pickup. That's it. And that's the breadcrumb. That's the one breadcrumb you get, taking you from wherever. We'll mess with this in just a second because we have to wait on the boat too. I think we're good on our... Yeah, this is the character. We're all the way good on fishing until we get to level 30, which we're getting close to. 27. Okay, no, I don't remember which one's Darnassus. So, that's unfortunate. Well, we just missed that boat, so we're going to go over to this one and check this one. Wetlands is another one. It's just interesting. First of all, I don't know what goes here, because there's maybe like an endgame quest or something. But there's a lot of fun stuff ahead for us. So I'm going to also try to drop another video tonight. So like I said, we're going to switch pace a little bit here.
How are this dock here?
Yeah.
Well, you can catch.
So this is the boat we need to wait on.
Night Elf place.
So basically, the
Aberdeen, I think. I don't really know for sure. I just load and unload.
We started getting further and further ahead on the art videos to where, one, they're hard to find, but two, it's and they're expensive, and I'm not going to stop them. But we're also starting to cover content that is, like we just did a whole thing on Wrath of the Lich King. Well, we're not even there. So while it was cool, it's definitely out of order. So instead I decided I wanted to reboot, go back to the timeline, and start hitting up a lot of the things I skipped. Some of the smaller things, the non-canon things. So I actually got, as a Christmas present, I think, a couple years ago, there was a book in 2021 that came out. A book of like fables and short stories. Beautiful book. I got it as a gift. I've never read it because I knew at the time I was going to start incorporating it into the show. So the problem-ish is that all of the stories are technically considered non-canon. I don't know why. It's a Blizzard. I think they're pretty much canon. A lot of these things that are non-canon that we've been covering, they are kind of canon. So either way, that book came out way later, but a lot of the stories are sprinkled all throughout the timeline. So there are actually a handful of short stories that are in that we can handle as one-offs because they are truly short stories, little fables. So I'm going to try, I have to scan them in because, again, this book was bought by hand. Bought as a physical gift. So I'm going to try to get the first one done tonight, and then that'll be my last night record that I do. And then my goal is to try to get one of those out per week. And then my other 2 and maybe even 3 episodes per week of my night records are going to be devoted to the Assassin's Creed content that I put on the Patreon. But all that will start in a couple weeks, because right now we're still kind of building up. As soon as I get off this record in a couple minutes, I've got some stuff, some prep work I've got to go do to get everything I need for tomorrow, 4th. Tomorrow I'll make a record in the daytime, but then the whole rest of the night will be the 4th, and then I'll make a record Friday, and then my day will be spent preparing for my journey up into the mountains to get one with nature. And when I come back, I hope to be refreshed. Man. Alright, so let's kind of look at this too. What did we just pick up? Well, we just picked up a quest from Stone Talon. Not this one. It was actually one, like I said, one of the last ones. Retrieval for Morin, yeah, so mid-ish level. So we picked it up because we're doing things conveniently when we do the walkthrough style, but it is not one that you would do first if you were otherwise doing it. And I mentioned we're going to pick a couple more up too in Ashenvale. No other ones that are important, but in Ashenvale, if you look here back at the list, might as well. There are two. There's Journey to Stone Talon Peak, and then On Guard in Stone Talon. I don't know why there are two On Guard in Stone Talons starting in Ashenvale. So let's just, maybe we'll take a peek and see what that is about. Yeah. On Guard in Stone Talon. Find her overlooking the valley, entering Windshear Crag. And then does the second one... The second one can't really start there. I wonder if when I put Ashenvale... Let's look at it. That might just be a typo on my part. Okay, so the second one begins in Stone Talon. Yeah, so that's just a typo. We'll deal with that in a minute because we have a little bit of flight path time still left. Well, and again, we won't be doing this right away because we're going to do all the Horde run at one shot. So we're going to actually do all the Horde Stone Talon first. So this will be the last time we see Glee Contessa for, well, a couple weeks, really, because of my old trip there. So bye, Glee Contessa. We're gonna miss you. But yeah, you'll get another few days, 3 more days. 2 more? 2 more days. You'll get 2 more records. So we'll get 2, and we could probably get pretty darn close to halfway into Stone Talon by the time we do that. Should be neat. Be good to go. That's just a Black Fathom Deeps quest. We're not even going to pick it up. I went the wrong way. Thanks. I appreciate it. Alright, so...
Hello. The hippogriff is a noble beast.
Now, we're not going to fly to Stone Talon. We're actually going to fly to Ashenvale.
And can quickly take their
and that's where our journey is going to begin. It'll actually be quicker for us to take the Talon Deep path. So we will pick up these other couple. But actually, we don't even need to pick them up. We don't need to do that. Let's go ahead and fix that typo, though. Yeah, so if you are interested in the Assassin's Creed thing, the way that's going to work when I get back, again, I've done a spreadsheet. Actually, I got to give credit. I didn't do it. There's spreadsheets that exist, kind of like how I found a massive lore spreadsheet. There's spreadsheets that exist for the Assassin's Creed. I just took one, modified it, edited it, cleaned it up for my purposes and what I'll need. When I do those games, the lore, it'll start with an intro comic, a very short little mini episode that we will kick off this series with in a couple weeks. If you're interested in that, and then like a web comic kind of thing. That was a pre-teaser for the game to come out, and then we'll play through Assassin's Creed. It'll probably take, I don't know how often or how long I'm going to let the videos run. I might let them longer. I'm not quite sure. That game, I'm going to try to 100% the games as much as I can. That might be, again, what I'm going to also do, I forgot to mention this last time where I started to, is I'll put these polls up. So I'll put polls up for what are important, but what stopped me, one of the main things that stopped my, put a real monkey wrench in my love for the Assassin's Creed franchise began with Brotherhood. In many ways, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood was one of my favorites of the entire series. I'm not a big PvP person, but they made a lot, and this is one of the only times they did this in the entire franchise, but they put a lot of the achievements needed to get platinum tied into obscure goals that were PvP, because they introduced PvP with Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Well, unfortunately, by the time I started trying it, it was dead. Like, it was years after I think it had come out. I don't think I got into it right away. And you literally could not get a match. For some of the... You could find matches, but not for some of the more obscure things. So, I think without getting into it, I'd have to be more organized, create a Discord, or, you know, go onto a Discord and try to... So, as part of the community, if we want to pursue those things to really fully 100% all of them. But otherwise, I'm going to try my best to 100% them as good as we can. So, I'm not going to pick up any of these quests, I've decided just now, because we don't really need to. We can pick them up to start the next episode. It'll be a good way to get us back why we're here. There's the On Guard in Stone Talon and Journey to Stone Talon Peak. So there are two. I do want to find somebody that can repair. Baker probably is not it. Yeah, so that's what we have coming up tonight. Like I said, I'll try to do one more other short record where I get you a short story, and then when we get back, I will have these other things that start getting going. And
Feel free to browse.
Unfortunately, today we just had kind of a lame carry, and I would like. That's just something that we're going to be stuck with as we do Classic. There's only so much. Actually, you know, since these are identical, let's see which one looks cooler. That's green. That's gray. I mean, they're about the same to me, but they're both long. But I like that that's Fenris's hide. I kind of like that better. Go ahead and sell these. Got that bloody apron, too. Doesn't look bloody, it just looks like a cool red dress. And we're going to sell the Deviant Hide. I'm not going to waste any more silver on it. I have these raptor eggs. Should I keep them for curiously tasty gaunt? No, I'm not. You know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to sell them. I don't care. What's that? That's for blacksmithing when I get higher level there. Alright. I think we're good. I think it's all good and good. Alright, so let's go back to the inn where we will sleep, and she'll continue to collect rested XP, although she might kind of be near the max. I think 2 levels worth of rested XP is, or a level and a half or something, is the max. There is a cap on it. Alright, everybody. As always, I greatly appreciate you. We have another episode in the pipe, 5x5. You all rock. Lights of my life. I'll see you all tomorrow on Lore of Warcraft. Actually, later.